What's up, guys? Nostal-Gi-Oh here, and today we're back with another Master Duel video. It's another Swordsoul video, or I guess the first Swordsoul video. We made a Swordsoul video yesterday, and it was just like the bare bones base Tenyi Swordsoul list, as basic as it could get. And then I played the deck a little bit. We figured out the better build, or at least a better build. And I actually got through some of the combos. It took me a while. I played like 20 games, and everybody scooped before I could finish my combo. But one lucky man, one nice soul, did let me finish my combo, so we do have the combo at the end of the video. And I also have a going second combo where I just break a different Sword Soul board. So we got two replays we're going to be looking at the end of the video. And then I'm going to do a deck profile first, and it's going to be pretty quick because we're pretty much just going to blaze through it. And then get through to the replays, two replays, and that's the video. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all that, and yeah, into the deck profile. So I'll start it off with the deck profile. It'll be fast. So first off, we're playing Deck Squad 001. This guy's just the brick of the deck. You do the Halqifibrax combos. You gotta play this guy. For the Tenyi cards, I played 3 Adhara, 3 Ashuna, and 2 Vishuddha for the main deck monster Tenyi cards. Vishuddha is like only really good going second. You don't really want to like open it going first. I mean, it's fine to open, but this amount of Tenyis I've been very consistent with, and this is what I played a lot last format in current TCG when I played this deck for like a month or two. I really like this ratio: 3 Adhara, 3 Ashuna, and 2 Vishuddha. It's pretty good. For hand traps, we played 3 Maxi, 3 Ash. That's it. I would like to play more hand traps, but we're playing more of the combo build right now, and yeah. Also, by the way, 1 to 10 Spirit Shatana. This card's really good with the Heavenly Circle. It just allows you to summon Moye if they imperm. You can dodge it with the Heavenly Circle, search the Shatana, and then still make the Grandmaster, the Chi-Xiao. So it's really good. So that's the best Tenyi ratio that I've liked. I like 9 names. It's really good. So if you're playing the Circle, I like to cut 1. And Adhara is way too good in this build because it's tuner. So we cut the Vishuddha. Next, we played the Sword Soul cards. We played 3 Moye. This card's insane. 2 Taiye. No, you don't need 3 because this guy's not very frequently a starter unless it's tutored out of the deck through Yazi. And then we also have 3 Longyan. So this is like the best extender. You'd love to open one of these in your opening hand as long as it's not like just 9 names. This is pretty good. And with Moye, we're actually playing 3 Ecclesia as well, and 3 of the Sword Soul Emergence. So you're pretty likely going to open Moye. This deck doesn't always just go normal summon Moye, however it can. But a lot of the time, I'll show you the Ashuna Vessel combo. It's very, very strong. You can do the same with Vishuddha. Vessel, getting to like the actual place of doing it, it's very simple to get to it as well. But yeah, it's pretty crazy. This deck isn't just normal summon Moye. It's good. Then we played 3 Ecclesia. This card's just insane. Going second, it's like crazy. It's a free Cyber Dragon, a free extender. It's so powerful. And then also like going first, just normal summon this, bring out Moye from your deck, and it's really, really good. So that's pretty good. The last main deck monster here is going to be Protos. This card is insane. It's searchable through Emergence. If you have a Synchro on the field, it's searchable through Dragon Circle as well. If you just open a couple Tenyi names and the Circle, you can bring one out first, tribute it, bring out the Protos, and then continue with your regular play. I've done that a couple times. It's really, really strong. Protos is just insane, and it's insane going second as well. Just nuke their field and then floodgate them out of the game if you can't kill. It's insane against most decks in the game right now. You play against like, Bird Up, Call Wind, you win. You play against like PK, Blind Call Dark, you win. It's just insane. Like, this card is so gross, and a lot of the time you don't have like a Dark on your field. So you just call Dark, like Blind Call Dark, nuke itself, it doesn't die, and then your opponent can't summon Darks. It's like actually so good. So like this card is just so good. For the spells, we played 3 Vessel. This is like the best spell to draw. This plus Tenyi Ashuna is like the super combo, but this plus Vishuddha is also still very, very strong combo. Even with Shatana, this card's just insane. Then we played 3 Emergence. It's literally Rhoda for Sword Soul cards, but you can search a Worm also, like instead if you have a Synchro on the field. So if you start with like your Moye play, you can go for this and then add like any guy. A lot of the time you're going to be adding Protos. Usually you add like, one of your starters or Protos, but this card's just so good. It's also searchable through Chi-Xiao, so if you go Chi-Xiao, you can add this to add Protos, which is something you do a lot of the time. Then we played 2 Called By. This card's just standard to the game. We get Max Seed, you have to play Ash, you have to play Called By. Basically every deck in the game just has to play like those 8 cards. for like Max C and Ash to like counter Max C. Then we played 3 Heavenly Dragon Circle. This card's just really good for dodging things with these cards. You go activate Moye or Taie, your opponent goes like Imperm, Effect Veiler, anything like that. You just chain the Dragon Circle, tribute the monster, you still get the token, and then you add Shitana, special the Shitana, and then you make Chi-Shao, and you're still playing the game. So it's pretty good. And then the last card in the 40 card main deck is Blackout. This card is just good. You play 1 because you don't really want to draw it. You can search it. You can't, it's for like find a draw because then you just search another thing. But if you already drew like Blackout, Moye, Longyan, it's like awkward and you're like, wow, this is weird. But then you get Emergence and then you add Protos and it's still, you get everything. So it's pretty good. One Blackout, you don't need to. The only changes that I'm like considering playing in the main deck, maybe cross out Designator and some more hand traps like the Imperm and Effect Veiler and Nib potentially. That's something I'm definitely considering. However, that is a lot of space, so we'll probably play over 40, which I don't really want to do yet. So that's something. More hand traps could be good. I would probably play Effect Veiler because Effect Veiler plus one of these is Chi-Shao, so even if you brick with that, it helps. It's better than Imperm in this deck. And then also the last thing that I might consider is Sacred Summit. This card is a searchable monster reborn. It's pretty good. But I'm not a huge fan of the card. It doesn't come up that frequently for me. But every now and again it comes up and it would be really, really strong to play. There's some really powerful like Taie plays that you can do with it, so maybe consider it. Into the extra deck, we have 1 Yazi. This card is really good. This build in particular makes it a lot because you make the Hulk Auroradon combo, summon out tokens, and you make Yazi, pop it with your own Auroradon, and then summon from the deck. So this comes up a lot more in this build, but you still do it through Emergence every now and again. So, you know. 2 Baxia, definitely 2. I'm almost considering 3, but the extra deck is a little too tight to play 3. But it's not like actually tight, but the 3rd almost never comes up. Next we played Draco Berserker. This guy's pretty good. It's just a really strong like going second or on like the follow-up turn to make this guy. It just attacks like twice and gets really big. So it's just like a lot of damage. And there's also like a pseudo Ghost Ogre effect, which is kind of cool. 2 Chi-Shao. You don't need 3, but you definitely need 2. 1 Chaofeng. This comes up for the Tenyi, the Ashuna Vessel play almost every time. And it's really strong. It light locks your opponent. It's very good. You come up with an Omni Negate, a Monster Negate, Chaofeng on the field, which is light locking your opponent, and then Blackout set. So when you blackout, pop your own Chaofeng. You can also search either Ash or Ecclesia for follow-up. It's a really good card. You do need this card in this build. Red Rose Dragon is really solid against like PK. It's good against the Mirror. It's good against Tri-Brigade. It's good against Drytron. It has a lot of different times when it comes up on like the follow-up turn where you just summon this guy, banish their whole back row. They don't have any follow-up, and then you make Chi-Shao, and it's like, okay, what are you gonna do? Like that's really difficult to beat. Then we have Baron, just the best 10, like generically, it's very good. Sovereign Supreme, this card is insane. It's really, really powerful, but it's like kind of niche. It doesn't come up too frequently, but when it does, it's like pretty much just like you win the game. Also, sometimes you light lock, or sometimes you worm lock yourself with Ashuna, and then you have to make Sovereign, because it's the only 10 that you can make with it. That comes up every now and again. The card's insane though. 3 Monk of the Tenyi. I like 3. You could probably cut this card to 2. Like you can probably get away with 2, but for right now, the extra deck isn't like too tight, and I don't need anything too bad to play 3, or to cut down to 2, but I like this card. Maybe Shaman, but their card almost never comes up. Then we played Hulk and the Auroradon for the combo. So that's basically the whole deck. It's pretty good. Let's go ahead and show off the replays. They're not on this account, as you can see here. I'm very, very behind on this account. I haven't played like at all. But here's my other account, and it's the alt. We're not like super far ahead, but still. Got 2 replays to show you today. The first one is going to be the Tenyi Ashuna combo, the Ashuna Vessel combo rather. Timestamps are in the description, so if you skipped right to this, this combo is insane. It's very, very strong. It's very consistent as well because it's just a 2-card opener, and you can open it with like a lot of different things. Yeah, here we Ashuna Vessel, but you can also do it with like Vishuda. So starting it off, we special summon the Ashuna, we link it into the Monk of the Tenyi, and then we go ahead and activate Vessel. This is going to let us send the Longyan and add Vishuda because we already have Adhara. Usually you'll add Adhara, but I already have it, so I don't need 2 Adharas. We special summon the Adhara then, and then guess what? That's a Needle Fiber, or Halqifibrax rather. Halqifibrax is going to go ahead and summon the 001, and then we're going to summon the Auroradon out from the deck. Auroradon is going to special summon 3 tokens, and then Despot 001 is going to trigger and special summon itself from the graveyard. Now we're going to sync 7 for Yazi with 2 tokens and the guy, and then use the effect of Auroradon, tributing itself to pop our Yazi, our own Yazi. Now Yazi is going to special Taie from the deck, and then you banish your Longyan, which is really important because you're going to add it back with the Adhara. Good to know. Now we're going to Synchro Summon into Baxia. Baxia is not going to spin, but Taiye is going to send a Moye. Adhara is then going to go ahead and banish itself, adding back the Longyan. And then you can go ahead and Special Summon that Longyan, discarding Vishuda or whatever card in your hand, and then make Baron. Now you're safe. Now you're mostly safe. You can burn 1200, which is cool. Ashuna is going to go ahead and activate. Now we're only going to be summon worms for the rest of the turn. So now we can go ahead and activate this utilizing, that for free. Special the Adhara from our deck. Baxia is going to tribute the token. Special the Moye. Moye is going to reveal the Moye or anything in our hand, or it doesn't really matter. We're going to summon Chi-Xiao. Chi-Xiao is going to go ahead and activate as Chain Link 1. We're chain locking. In case you are wondering, because people do this, Moye is Chain Link 2, when usually that would make sense to be first, but we're chain blocking Ash. You guys know this by now, probably. Anyway, we're going to get a free draw and search Blackout. This means we have follow-up now with this. We have already had follow-up and the Blackout. Now we're going to Synchro Summon using the Adhara and the Baxia to make Chaofeng. Now what Chaofeng does is it locks your opponent from the effects of the attribute of the monster, the Ying Zing that we use. That was quite the sentence. Essentially what it does is it locks our opponent from utilizing light effect monsters because Baxia was light. This card also has two other effects. One is really good. One is very infrequently going to come up. But if a monster is destroyed on the field, you can Special Summon a worm from your deck with the same original attribute. Weird. But that's just something it does. And then also, if this card is destroyed, you can add a tuner from your deck to your hand. So with Blackout, when you destroy this and two cards your opponent controls, you can add Ash or Ecclesia for follow-up. Let's go ahead and see what my opponent can do. I have already seen this. I know my opponent doesn't really do that much here. They're playing Dinos. They go for, Foolish on Misk. I'm like, okay, do that. Summons it over after I negate it with the Qing Ying, or with the Chi-Xiao. They're going to go ahead and make Pentastag for some reason. And then he's going to summon UCT. And then he just goes into the battle phase. I black out. This is only during the main phase. It's weird. And he goes Called By on the thing, and on my Chaofeng, which was just going to search Ash. And I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine. He goes, activates the evolution pill, and I'm like, well, negate that. He passes, and then it's just a very simple line. I even drew Longyan, which is like dumb, so we can Baron, tag out, bring out Moye, and then special the Longyan, make the Baron again, so I still have my Omni negate, and then my opponent just scoops. So that is the first replay. That's the Ashuna Vessel combo. It's very, very powerful. Now we're going to be looking at a combo. My opponent does a Swordsoul combo. It's just the standard Baron, Chi-Xiao, Swords, Blackout. I don't think he even got Blackout. No, he didn't even get Blackout. He had like a droplet set. I'm going to speed through their combo because I don't really care about their combo. It's not that insane. We did open Vessel Ashuna, but we're going second in this one, so it's like on over. So yeah, my opponent goes Moye, normal summon Moye, reveal Longyan, special auto token, go Longyan. Now he's making the Nib, or like this is under Nib. You make Baron before, you can get Nib, which is pretty good. And he makes Chi-Xiao, and draw. Chi-Xiao is going to get Taiye for follow-up. I don't think that's right. You should probably get Blackout. He has two back row, and I know they're not Blackout. I mean, I don't physically know that. Obviously, playing this, I assume. Anyway, we special the Ashuna. My opponent, so I go special Ashuna and link into the monk, and he goes Called By on that, which is like weird because I wasn't gonna be doing that anytime super soon. So the Called By was kind of wasted. But to be honest, there's not really anywhere that like it would matter, right? Like for the most part, like maybe you go Taiye, and then like it's weird. But maybe like Ecclesia, like you should save it for Ecclesia because I'm gonna special summon the Ecclesia later, and it tributes for cost. And so you tribute for cost, and then they Called By, and then I'm like screwed. So definitely a waste, like definitely incorrectly used there, but oh well. So I go Vessel, send the Vishuda, and here's where I incorrectly do this. I didn't even use this Vishuda until like the very end, where I already baited all the negates. So that was stupid. That was just like a dumb misstep by my part. We special Adhara here, and then we make Needle Fiber. I was figuring this was going to bait a negate, but he uses the Baron negate, which once again is just incorrect from my opponent. But oh well, I don't know why he wouldn't Chi-Xiao. I guess he was like scared I drew Despot 01. But like that shouldn't be that big of a worry. Anyway, so I special Ecclesia now, and then bring out Taiye. Taiye is gonna banish. Now he goes Chi-Xiao negate, which is like, okay, like whatever. That was my own mistake. Now we normal summon Ash. I'm gonna make Yazi. Now here is like weird. So Taiye is gonna go ahead and dump the Moye. Yazi is going to hit that back row. He has Droplet. So Droplet goes ahead and stops my Yazi. I'm like, okay, well, I still have Longyan, who we still are playing. So Longyan special summons, get a token. Now we finally use the Vishuda, which is way too late. Way too late, by the way. But it's okay, whatever. I made my bet. I'll sit in it. Whatever. Who cares? It's not that bad. We're still in a really good position. Banish the Adhara, just add back follow-up with Ashuna the next turn. We're going to make our own Baron. Baron's going to pop his Chi-Xiao and then burn for 1200. And then we're going to swing in for some damage. Now my opponent is, they have one card in hand. I know it's Taiye. So, like, you know, that's interesting. So he has a Taiye in hand. He has follow-up guaranteed. I know that, but I have Baron negate. So if his draw is blank, then we win. So I pass. Did you draw a good card? No, they didn't. Okay, so that is us going second. You utilize all your resources. You make the Baron, you pop, you got to negate. You make the Yazi, you pop. It's a really good time. You just bait so much. The Tenyi cards are really good going second. As long as you're not getting Artifact Scythe, you're pretty much fine to go second. Anyway, that is it for the video today. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Halqifibrax. So I think this deck is really good. One of the best decks that you can be playing right now. It's really good, and a lot of people don't really know how to beat it. They don't know how to play through the, you know, Baron, Chi-Xiao, Blackout as the base combo, which is something that, you know, TCG players have been dealing with for a good while now, and we really understand how to beat it. A lot of people are playing with DPE as well, which I think is maybe not optimal, but is really good. And also, it's definitely just, like, it's not, like, not optimal, it's just different. I like this build. Ashuna Vessel combo is just gross. It's insane. Anyway, that is it. Hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Deck list is in the description down below. It's an import from Dueling Book, so if you want to look card for card and look over it and read cards, it's all there. Anyway, that's it. Have a good day. Goodbye.